Let's do it. Get your hands up, wave them like this. We about to get it hot, this is how we do, kid. We laying it down, bringing it raw. Put your ones in the air, come on, get off the wall. Oh. Put your fist up, pump it like that. We about to set it off only for the true that love the Lord, rep the name, sold out to the cause, and we spark the flame. I spit for God.
All right, what's going on, Boston? How you doing? Welcome. It's another great episode of The Green Room. I'm your host, Aima, and we have a fantastic show lined up for you today. It's a little different, but I'm sure y'all are going to get with it. But before we get into all the interviews, we're going to cut to this video, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Yo, this is your boy Young Joshua, all the way from Philadelphia, PA, and you're watching The Green Room. Keep it locked, all right? God bless. One.
All right, welcome back, everyone. You're watching The Green Room with your host, Aima, and good show for you today. We have a couple of real neat brothers in the house. Let's just get right into it. What's going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Guys happy to be in here?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a green room, so I know y'all down with it. We're making history today. We got a couple of rockers in the house, right? We haven't had any rockers in the house, so I'm pretty excited to have you guys here. So it's a pleasure to have you here.
Feels good to be the first.
So there you go, right there. That's cool. So let's get right into it. So just tell our viewers who are watching at home, just a quick overview of who you are.
Okay.
Real quick.
All right. Well, my name is Matthew Lindstorm, and I'm a singer-songwriter.
Very professional sounding name. Just make sure y'all don't miss that.
That's right, Matthew Lindstorm. Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter. I perform solo and sometimes with a band. I like to perform with a band as much as possible. The band is called the Carport Lights.
Say that again? The
Carport Lights.
How you come up with that?
It's it's just one of those things that we kind of toyed with, and then it just kind of stuck.
Oh, okay.
So,
has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, thanks.
It goes good too with Matt Lindstorm and the Carport.
And the Carport.
Yep.
Now, once you put that together, that does sound really cool.
Yeah.
Cool, nice. So I guess Scotty is also part of the band.
Yes, I play bass when we play.
You play the
full
bass?
band.
Okay.
So.
And what do you play yourself?
Guitar. Play the guitar.
Guitar?
And sing.
So electric, you're really jamming out there?
Depends on the set. I typically acoustic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But sometimes the occasion calls for electric, so
I'm sure the occasion calls quite frequently, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So just tell us a little bit. How did you get started in music?
Well, I started when I was pretty much freshman in high school, I believe, and I just picked it up. My dad was always playing the guitar, and so I started, and then, in youth group and church, like that's when I started like really playing and learning songs and learning how to sing and play, and like that was my first real experience playing in front of people.
So you pretty much got into it at church.
Yeah.
Is how you.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then I wrote like my first song in high school for my girlfriend at the time, and then I didn't really do too much until later in college, and then I had a band down at school. I went to Liberty University.
Okay.
And so I had a band down there, a couple groups of guys that I played with, and just kind of toyed with it, and so pretty much I've had people play with me wherever I've been.
Okay.
So,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what about you, Scott?
For me, kind of the same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
I went to a Christian school for high school. Well, for all through elementary school too. And I started playing the guitar when I was like a sophomore. Okay. And then my senior year, the worship team for chapel didn't have a bass player, and so I went and talked to the music leader. Okay. And I told him I play guitar. I could probably play bass, and then since then just kind of stuck with it. Okay. Playing in bands and stuff. Just like that.
Oh, cool.
So.
Wow. So yeah, you're both kind of similar in your. What about the rest of the band? Do they also have kind of like the similar?
Pretty much.
Kind of. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay. Everybody's, at least at one time or another played in a, in a youth group or in a church. That's kind of where we all started out.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part.
Cool. So for those watching at home that may not have an idea or sense of your music, how would you describe your sound? I know that's a tough question to ask an artist, but
it doesn't seem like it should be that hard to answer, but it is. Every time I'm asked it, I'm like, man, I really need to prepare better for that question. But it is what it is. I would say indie, kind of like indie alternative. It's like I would say it's like similarity-wise, probably close to Jimmy Eat World, but it's a little more. It's a little more ambient, not quite as structured, I think.
Okay.
I think I would say.
So there's a lot of room for kind of improvising and going off in your own kind of thing, creativity. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think lyrically, you know, Jimmy Eat World is definitely you know, one of my primary influences.
Okay.
And that's probably
the best you can do.
Yeah.
Okay. So as for I'm trying to get more of a sense now. So those at home who do a lot of like the usual worship sound that they have out there, are there occasions where you do sound like that?
If the occasion calls for it.
Okay.
Yeah, there have been times when you know, you play in like a church type setting and you kind of mix in some you know, some original stuff and some more like worship type. You know.
And speaking of which, what kind of events and shows do you guys get to go to?
Pretty much at this point, anything that, you know, any opportunity we'll take pretty much to play.
So colleges type of thing you guys do frequently?
Done a few colleges, done some, you know, some youth groups. We did a fundraiser a couple weeks ago out in Lexington for our buddy Alvin. And so, you know, just pretty much anything. You know, we'll play anywhere there's a stage. Pretty much.
So how would you say the people have received you so far? It's pretty welcoming.
Fairly good, yeah. They seem to be pretty into it, and you know.
Okay. Haven't had any time throwing tomatoes on you on stage?
No, no tomatoes.
No tomatoes.
Not yet, but you know, for everything there's a first, I guess, right?
Okay, cool,
hopefully
cool.
Not for that,
yeah, hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
I
don't think it's gonna come to that. All right, cool, nice.
Yeah.
So, how would you say for? Well, I guess let me talk about what you've done so far, as in your. You guys have any CDs out or anything? Is there any goal you guys are planning to accomplish, as in music-wise?
Well, I have one album. It's called "There's Something in Your Silence." It's available on iTunes. We're kind of working on another acoustic EP right now, just a couple songs that.
Just acoustic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You know, I don't really have time to do like a full studio thing right now. So, you know, one of my guitarists and I are working on that.
Okay.
You know, when we can. It's, you know.
So what's the concept behind it?
Behind the acoustic
Behind
EP?
the EP, yes.
I'm not really sure. There's not really a main theme. It's just there's a couple songs that we kind of wanted to put together, and you know, the people want to hear. So we figured we'd get them at least a decent copy for them to hear and listen to. You know, until we actually do a studio recording.
Okay.
So it's more of a demo type thing.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Scotty, what would you say one of the most interesting places you've been at to perform at?
Interesting.
Yeah. Or unique, or anything that was memorable about it.
I mean, I personally like the place that we played last weekend. We played at a church in a basement. I mean, not in a basement, but in the basement of the church. You know, in the small room kind of atmosphere.
Very intimate setting.
Yeah, yeah, and you can like really, it's fun because everybody's right there. My church does the same kind of thing. That, you know, we played in my old band and played there, and before I was with him, you know, they play there too. Just that same kind of thing, small kind of thing, and it's just you know, you feel close to the people there. You know, kind of something I always like.
Okay. So do you have any vision for where you'd like to be, you know, as a group or individually? Or it's something you haven't really thought about? You're just kind of seeing where it goes, or?
Kind of seeing where it goes. It's you know, I think a lot of us are at the like a really transitional phase, just as far as like life decisions. You know.
Okay.
You know, maybe moving, maybe sticking around, maybe you know who really knows.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a thing that's it's working for right now.
Okay.
You know, there are a couple long-term goals kind of out there. You know.
Okay.
But you know, nothing really that's solid enough to, you know, say we're definitely going here. We're gonna, you know, sign here. What, you know, it's like it's kind of. I do have a 3-week tour I'm going on starting next week. So I'm
so
going
in
down
the
the
area
East Coast.
or
I'll be going down to North Carolina and back.
Okay.
So
cool.
little East Coast tour. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
What about, is it the same for you as well? Like you're still
same
still
kind
figuring
of thing,
it out?
trying to figure out where to go and stuff.
Okay.
You know,
now are you still in school at this time?
Yeah, I'm in college, you know, and working.
Okay.
So, you know, I have class 2 days a week and then work the other 3, and
okay.
you know, it's hard to, you know, try to figure out what you're doing at this point.
I hear
in
you
life,
on that one.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
it's tough.
So what are you studying in college?
Right now I'm doing criminal justice, but I mean, it's changed.
So I don't want to mess with you.
Yeah.
I don't wanna mess
well, no,
with
I'll
you.
probably change next semester. So.
Are you also in school as well?
Nope.
Done with that.
I did a couple years at Liberty, and I was a psychology major.
Okay.
So
I don't want to mess with you either now, because
No.
you can also
Nope.
figure me out in a second, right?
Just like that.
He's just mentally sizing us up right now, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm scared of psychology.
Everybody
majors,
says
man.
that, but
they know it.
It was more of like a, you know, it's the thing I'm most interested in that I could study, you know. So it was like,
okay.
You know, I'm going to school. I'm going to school for something. It might as well be psychology. You know?
Okay. So you're working kind of in that field right now?
No,
or
actually,
not really?
I actually do construction.
Okay.
And do a little bit of work touring too with some mainstream acts, doing like just setting up the stage and whatnot. So kind of here and there. You know?
Okay, that's cool.
So.
You guys, this is some very interesting guys. This is some pretty cool stuff. We got psychologists. We got interesting stuff. But we're gonna get into some more conversation with our brothers here. But before we get into that, we'll cut to this video. Keep watching. We'll be right back.